Hey everybody, Kevin Elliott here with Home Dabbler. It's a nice overcast afternoon here in Florida, and so I thought I'd come out in my yard and trim some of my trees up. I love trees. I have dozens of them in my yard that I've planted over the years, and they're getting actually quite large, like this really gorgeous water oak that I have here in my front yard. Now, you can see that this, see it's getting kind of low right now, and it needs a prune. I want to give you a few tips on how to prune your trees properly so that they look just like those beautiful ones in the parks that you see everywhere. People make some common mistakes when they're pruning their trees, and so I want to give you a couple of quick tips that will help you get those really beautiful manicured trees, but also so they're not hitting you in the face when you're walking through your yard. So the first thing is, you can see this water oak wants to stretch out pretty wide, but it has the habit of making these branches that droop down. So you'll notice, see this thing here, it kind of droops going downward. Now, the impulse that a lot of people have is, okay, well, follow this branch all the way back to the trunk and just chop it off, take off the whole branch. And while yes, that's going to certainly get rid of your problem, what will happen over time is that trees that have this habit of putting branches downward, they're going to do that anyway, so your crown will continually go up and up and up, and it will start to look like one of those weird Dr. Seuss trees that have just a big puff at the top. And that's not what you want. You want that crown that has those nice stretching long arms that is low enough to the ground that you can walk under, but it still provides that really nice dense shade. So here's what you do instead. If you have a branch like this, first of all, take your handy yard pruners, which I love, my favorite tool, and don't follow it all the way back to the trunk. Look at your branches and find one about the spot where you want to cut it, and look for it to send a runner up. So see how this is trending down? See, this branch right here is trending down. If I follow it out like this, I see that, oh look, here's a little one that wants to go up. Okay, so go to that spot and simply cut it off right there. So, there. See, now, one, it took some of the weight off of the branch, and so it automatically goes higher. Two, now I've got that branch to where it's starting to go back up again instead of down toward the ground. So if you look at this one, the same thing. See this little tiny guy right here? I want to take it off just after that spot. And look what happens. See, it points up, and now I can take off a couple of these low ones like this, and see what happened? I don't take it all the way off at the tree. I bring it out, and then I train it to go up like that. So now that little tiny branch right there will start to shoot up and turn into a nice thick branch. Over time, it will go up and kind of level off. So what you then get is this really wide crown on your tree, but it's still high enough that it's not scraping you in the head, but also you don't get the weird Dr. Seuss trees. Now, if you want the Dr. Seuss trees, well then knock yourself out and go ahead and start pruning. But using this technique will help you really get your trees to reach their full crown capacity, and that's what makes them look really, really beautiful. So get out there, play with your trees a little bit, and be careful, be judicious, be surgical when you're pruning them, and they'll look much, much more beautiful. Thanks.